Have you ever been told you're too sensitive? Why are you crying? It's not a big deal. Grow up. And maybe you started to believe it. Maybe you're the kind of person who tears up during movies, during arguments, during happy moments, when someone raises their voice, or even when you're just overwhelmed. And somewhere along the way, you began to wonder, why am I like this? Am I weak? Let's clear something up right now. Crying easily is not weakness, it's psychology. Crying is a nervous system response, not a character flaw. When you cry, your body isn't failing you. Your nervous system is responding. According to emotional regulation theories and researchers like James Gross, emotions are biological processes. They involve your brain, hormones, and autonomic nervous system. Some people simply have a more reactive emotional system. This means their emotional signals are stronger, their body responds faster, their tears come more easily. It's like having a microphone with the volume turned up slightly higher. It doesn't mean you're broken, it means you feel deeply. High empathy equals stronger emotional output. Many people who cry easily score high in empathy. They don't just understand emotions cognitively, they absorb them. If someone else is sad, they feel it in their chest. If someone is hurt, they tense up. If someone is joyful, they tear up. Psychologist Elaine Aron introduced the concept of the highly sensitive person, HSP. These individuals process emotional and sensory information more deeply. That deeper processing often means more reflection, more meaning making, more emotional intensity, and yes, more tears. But the same sensitivity that makes you cry easily can also make you highly intuitive, deeply compassionate, creative. Emotionally intelligent sensitivity is a double-edged sword, but it's not weakness. Crying is often a release, not a breakdown. There's a common myth that crying equals losing control, but biologically, crying can be regulating. Emotional tears contain stress hormones like cortisol. When you cry, you may actually be helping your body release stress. After a good cry, many people feel lighter. Why? Because crying activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part that calms you down. So sometimes, crying is not you falling apart. It's your system trying to put itself back together. The childhood factor. Here's something many people don't talk about. If you grew up in an environment where emotions weren't safe, where conflict felt unpredictable, where you had to stay hyper aware of other people's moods, your nervous system may have adapted. You might now react quickly to tension. You might tear up when voices rise. You might cry when overwhelmed, not because you're fragile, but because your body learned to respond strongly to emotional cues. In psychology, this connects to attachment theory developed by John Bowlby. When emotional safety is inconsistent in childhood, adults can develop heightened emotional reactivity. Again, this is adaptation, not weakness. Emotional suppression backfires. Here's the ironic part. People who judge crying often suppress their emotions, and suppressed emotions don't disappear. They show up as irritability, anxiety, emotional numbness, sudden anger. Research by Brené Brown highlights how vulnerability, including tears, is tied to authenticity and courage. When you cry, you're not necessarily losing strength. You may be expressing it because it takes courage to feel in a world that rewards numbness. Crying easily doesn't mean you lack strength. Think about this. Who stands up for others? Who feels injustice deeply? Who forms intense, meaningful bonds? Often, it's the people who feel strongly. Tears don't cancel resilience. Many emotionally sensitive people are also incredibly strong. They reflect deeply on their experiences, process pain instead of avoiding it, develop profound emotional awareness. Strength doesn't always look stoic. Sometimes, strength looks like someone wiping their tears and continuing anyway. The difference between sensitivity and dysregulation. Now, let's be balanced. Crying easily isn't automatically healthy either. There's a difference between feeling deeply and feeling overwhelmed constantly. If your tears feel uncontrollable, interfere with daily life, or are paired with ongoing sadness or anxiety, it might be helpful to explore support, therapy, emotional regulation tools, or stress management strategies. Sensitivity is healthy. Chronic emotional overload is a signal. There's no shame in getting support. Reframing the narrative. If you cry easily, here's a reframe. You're not dramatic. Your nervous system is expressive. You're not weak. You're responsive. You're not too much. You might just feel more than most. And in the right environments, safe relationships, understanding workplaces, emotionally intelligent communities, sensitivity becomes a gift. The problem isn't the tears, it's often the environment that doesn't know how to hold them. A question for you. Next time you feel tears coming, instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" try asking, "What is my body trying to tell me?" Is it overwhelmed, hurt, moved, relieved, empathic? Tears are information, not flaws. In a world that praises emotional toughness, we forget something important. Emotional depth is power. The ability to feel, truly feel, connects us to art, to love, to justice, to meaning. Crying easily doesn't make you fragile. It might mean your emotional system is finely tuned. And finely tuned instruments aren't weak. They're precise. If this resonated with you, maybe you're not too sensitive. Maybe you just experience life in high definition. And that's not weakness. That's humanity.